Hey everybody, welcome back to Dog Focus Training. Today we're going to talk about the French Bulldog. We're going to talk everything you need to know about a French Bulldog. To begin with, did you know that the French Bulldog is now the #1 AKC registered dog in America? This is the first time in over like 50 years that it hasn't been the Labrador Retriever. That means it's getting pretty popular. And so if you're watching this video, it's probably because there's maybe a chance that you're thinking about getting a French Bulldog and there's something you're wanting to know. Well, this is the video. Hang tight. We're going to talk everything you need to know, from characteristics to personality to health concerns to even where they're from. And by the way, it's not France. Let's get to the video. Okay, so if you're looking at a French Bulldog, you're probably thinking that this dog obviously originated in France. But the truth is, in the 19th century, lace workers in England bred these dogs as companion dogs. And after a period of time, eventually the French became fond of them, and the dogs immigrated, I guess, across the water and away from the British Isles, and then landed themselves in France, and then became popular and became known as the French Bulldog. So, despite their name, they actually originate somewhere other than France, a lot like the French fry or the French kiss. As we move away from the family farm setting towards a condo setting, it makes sense to have a small dog become kind of the leader of the pack. And that's what makes the French Bulldog so popular. It's compact size. They have a very muscular build, so they the short hair shows off their musculature a little bit better than some of the long-haired dogs do. They do have some goofy ears. I've seen a couple of them that almost look like they've got bat ears. But again, that may be one of the things that draw people to it, is the uniqueness of the look. The other thing that's kind of cool about the French Bulldog is, unlike a Labrador Retriever that comes in really 3 colors, you get yellow, gold, yellow, black, or chocolates. The French Bulldogs come in a variety of colors, and not just solids. They get enough of a variety that your French Bulldog can be unique. Whereas if you're a Labrador owner, for the most part, you have a black lab, and it looks like everybody else's black lab. When it comes to their personality, they are super awesome social dogs, and they get along with other animals, they get along with other people really, really well, and so it makes it easier to take them out to the park. It makes it easy to have people come to your home. Those are some of the major pros about a French Bulldog that I think are really leading it into becoming such a popular dog breed in the United States. Now, you can't talk about their physical appearance without talking about their face. Their face is very expressive. They've got these big eyes that seem to talk to you all by themselves. And then you add the wrinkles to those eyes, and they just become kind of, all of a sudden you start to feel like the aunt that can't resist squeezing your nephew or your niece's cheeks. They're super adorable. So as I mentioned before, they do really well in social settings. They're extremely playful dogs, but their temperament is really laid back, in the sense that they play well, and they're very adaptable to a variety of circumstances and situations. And so it's not like, there are some dog breeds out there that once they build that bond with their owner, they either don't like anybody else, or they can even become aggressive to anybody but their owner. And the French Bulldog, even though it still creates that unique, strong bond with an owner, they don't deal with you don't have some of the aggression that you do with some other dog breeds. Even though they have that super good bond with an owner, they don't have any problems playing with somebody other than the owner, if that makes sense. And the other really cool thing about their temperament is just the fact that they're happy being active and playful, but they're also totally content being your lap dog and just chilling and watching a Netflix movie with you. So a couple other things that really are on the pro side of getting a French Bulldog. Hey everybody, thanks for watching our video on the French Bulldogs today. We're going to get to the drawbacks or the negative side of a French Bulldog here in a minute. But if this video has been helpful so far, would you mind hitting that subscribe button, maybe the like button? Share this video with anybody you know that might be looking for a French Bulldog, or maybe a French Bulldog hater that you know. Share with them all the great reasons that make French Bulldogs great pets, as well as the new #1 in America. All right, let's get to the drawbacks. Okay, so some of the negatives or some of the drawbacks to the French Bulldog. All dogs like pugs or bulldogs, any dog that has a short nasal cavity, anything that's got that short stubbed face dog, any dog that looks like you shoved its face going 90 miles an hour into a brick wall. Dogs with that short nasal passage usually have nasal problems. And that can be anything from easy infections. It can be kind of a snotty, breathing type problems. Sometimes they wheeze a lot. Sometimes it's just annoying, but they can turn into health problems, and people need to be aware of what can go wrong, so that and the symptoms associated with that, so that if they start to see those problems come up in their dog, they can get them to a vet and get them on the antibiotic or whatever other medical procedures necessary. Sometimes with some dogs, it is necessary to have surgeries to fix nasal issues with these short-nosed dogs. Okay, the other thing you need to know about the French Bulldog, because of their unique ear shape, it requires a little extra care versus maybe some other standard dogs. You just make sure you're cleaning them out, make sure you're drying them out if they get into the water. It's easy for water to get trapped into that square ear shape, and if it gets trapped in there, then it can create an infection. What you're going to look for is any kind of a nasty odor. That's going to be a really good sign that your dogs need an ear cleaning. If you let it go too far, then you may need to go get an antibiotic or an antiseptic spray or wash to get the dog's ear clean. You can check for infections. A lot of times, if it's not the smell, sometimes a redness in the ear itself. If you look inside of the ear, you can become familiar with the healthy pink look. If that pink ever deepens to a dark red, then you know you've got an infection. You need to start taking care of that and getting it cleaned out, or getting to a vet and getting that antiseptic wipe or spray. When it comes to grooming or other cares, other things you're going to need to pay attention to, they are a short hair dog. They do shed, and so you'll want to brush them out. If shedding is a problem for you, then you might want to look at a different dog, a Cavapoo or some kind of a doodle mix, multi-generational doodle mix that's bred specifically to get rid of the shedding, or at least to minimize it drastically. If you're fine with the shedding, just brush them out regularly and you can minimize that. But also, because of their short hair, you're going to have to be careful with extreme temperatures, both hot and cold. One of the really cool things about Labradors I've learned, and other dogs like that, they actually have 2 layers of hair. They've got a long hair on the outside that's kind of rough and coarse, and then underneath they've got a real soft insulation layer of hair. And the French Bulldogs don't have that kind of a protection against heat and cold like other dog breeds do. So you're just going to need to be careful in both extreme cold and extreme hot with this dog breed. One of the most important, when it comes to training French Bulldogs, one of the most important things for you, if you want to maximize the social adaptability and take advantage of their personability with the French Bulldog, and their ability to get along, that starts with really proper and intentional socialization. Getting the French Bulldog out as a puppy to experience lots of different places, lots of different people, lots of different animals, socialization hikes, anything you can do to get your new French Bulldog puppy exposed to as many different situations and people, animals, whatever, noises. The more often they're exposed to those things in a protective, safe environment, the more comfortable they're going to be with them. And when they experience those things later on in life, they're going to be less likely to react to something new with aggression. Now, when it comes to a French Bulldog, one of the things you want to watch out for is They do have a propensity, kind of like a Labrador, they have a propensity, maybe this is why they're popular in America. They have a propensity to get overweight if you're not being careful with their exercise. Now, they are a smaller dog, and so they don't need the aggressive, crazy exercise that a Golden Retriever or a Great Dane or a Doberman Pinscher, they don't need that kind of like long, drawn out 45 minutes to an hour of playing fetch really hard outside in a park. A lot of their exercise can be done even inside of a small apartment with some intentional indoor play. Or some short walks throughout the day will take care of their exercise needs. As you monitor their food intake as well as their exercise, their weight shouldn't be a problem for you. In conclusion, there's a lot of reasons that make a French Bulldog a really good companion. If you're looking for a new dog but you don't have the space that maybe you might want for a Labrador Retriever or another big large breed dog, and you want a dog that, like a Labrador, is going to be trustworthy around kids or other animals, the French Bulldog might be the right choice for you.